Alright, we're live. Let's do this. Hey guys, it's Treasure here, and my stand is currently not here, so y'all get this lovely angle. We are going to be making a dragon custom. I've been really inspired off of Amber the Kitten, or you might know her as Ori the Skywing. These are some of my newest customs right here. Pretty fancy, isn't he? There's nobody here, I'm all alone. It's literally been less than a minute though. Show y'all Aqua Pup. He was in one of my videos and I kind of want to get rid of him, so if you want to trade, comment down below. My LPS amino is the same as this, but we're turning this little worm into a dragon. Looks even more sad on camera. I think I'm gonna keep tail because this could totally be like really cool in a custom. Yes, but its limbs. Maybe they'll be like body part. I don't know. I don't think I can do anything with them though, so. Alright, I'm gonna live stream for about 5-ish minutes. Then like if no one joins, then bye. But the chat should pop up in case y'all want to talk about anything. I'm currently not in my set, I'm actually in my room. Yeah, lighting is so much better. So everything on my set is artificial lights, and I have to like, it's so difficult. I'm running out of clay. I recently made this guy who took up clay, and he thinks isn't that great, but you know, whatever, right? This is my Phoenix custom. If you guys want to like see more pictures of him or stuff, yes, it's actually a guy. I have no clue why I used him. Oh yeah, because I had no OPS for my video, for my MVP parts, so I used some of my customs I had laying around. Divorced parents problems. So I just used him. He does not have a name, so feel free to comment down below. Right now I'm going with Marco because One Piece, but I actually need like an actual name for him. We're gonna turn her into a Rain Wing. It is going to be snazzy. I thought it would be cool because Ori actually mentioned that Rain Wings were the smallest out of all the dragons. So I might as well use this squirrel I've had laying around. I'm going to be sculpting a ton. The reference photo. I'm actually, I don't know, Wings of Fire is pretty cool. I definitely loved the stories. I felt like it got stretched out a little bit, but you know, who am I to talk? But yeah, I'm going to be making custom because I have to say I love dragons, but unfortunately I'm not very talented at making them. So we have a cup of water. We're going to be using this cheap air dry clay. We're probably going to use all of it. And we might reuse any parts if we need it, but I don't really have a bit of spare LPS parts. I definitely want to get more bases. We got a person. Say hi. I don't know who it is. Let's see the chat. All messages are visible. Alright. Should be pretty good. Alright, so we're going to be making this little worm into a dragon custom. She is going to be snazzy. The dragon is from Wings of Fire. I remember liking the books when I was younger, and I think I'd definitely make one. Live streaming your live stream. Oh, yeah. Got some copyright. I'm kidding. I don't know what the deal with that is, though. If you can use other people's videos. I don't know how reaction channels do it. Hey, what's up? Alright, if you have any customizing questions, you can go ahead. This is one of my most recent customs. The paint job on the eyes is a little bit, because, you know, like that curve right here. So whatever you do, it's not going to look right, you know? And another one. He's toxic. Yeah, it's coming out of his eye. Fun fact of the day, G5 heads are solid. Some people knew that, some people didn't. I like commented that, I said that, I made a post about it, you know, and someone was like, and somebody goes, I already knew that, so yeah. And I'm like, oh, bye. And thank you for subscribing, that's so sweet. We're gonna start with this amount of clay. I really don't have much. That's about it. Not really much for the amount I need. So I always like to, what I do is I roll up the container. It's just cheap clay. It was like $8 for like a kilogram or a pound or so. I don't know. It was definitely worth it. It's pretty cheap clay, but it works for customs. I found that water works, and you gotta like, keep it in your hand, keep it nice and warm so it wants to actually mold stuff. I'm not sure if I want to move on to moldable plastic because I hear that it's super good for customs. Go check out Random LPS Brand. The only problem is I am not familiar with it. So it would be kind of in front, but for making this like stuff like Dragon Customs, which I really want to try and get into. I love the eccentric sculpting so much on a custom, you know? I'm probably going to leave this up on my channel. And I'm not sure if I should live stream more. My live streams are definitely not as interesting as Amber the Keatons. So definitely go check her out. This is just on a book. I'm just referencing the photo right here to sculpt. Since they are the smallest of all dragons, I'm going to be making a small LPS. I think I already said something like that. I made my fingers nice and wet and work some of that water to the clay. Alright. And I love the jaws these have. Like, these have, like, such, like, elegant-looking jaws. I probably need more reference photos, but I don't really have any. I'm sure the Wings of Fire fandom has a million photos of them. But since this is, like, the official, like, book that I'm, like, basing this off of, I think this should be good enough. Not sure if she's, sorry, you can't really see. This is a bit big. Right here. Say, Amber said something about a fight going on at her school. I have to say, for being a pacifist, you know, I just let things slide most of the time. But I love me some fights. Like, they're pretty entertaining. No one wants to admit the fact that, like, fights are, like, super entertaining, but, you know, whatever, right? She's like, especially when one's a Pillsbury Doughboy, and I'm like, yep, that's like me in the fight right there. I am not very muscly. This thing makes my wrist look huge. It's actually quite small in real life. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm sort of taking this and scraping it down. I'm gonna smooth it out. I think the jaw needs to be a little bigger, but I'm gonna add sort of like the bottom jaw on. This clay tends to dry a little rough, so I always want to keep wetting it down. My Monkey D. Luffy custom, I haven't shown him to you guys. He was a disaster with this clay. Like, he just, ooh, it was just not a great experience. Clay is actually quite difficult to work with, and it's a pain in the butt. It's just, I have access to a lot of polymer clays. I have no way to bake it without the heads melting. So it is definitely sort of a pick your poison sort of deal, and I have chosen this. I think I'm going to take it, I'm going to smooth it up in the hair, try and get rid of that awful line. That's the thing though, this hair, I can't cut it off without like you seeing all the inside of the head. Even then I have to sculpt it on, and it's just gonna be a lot of sculpting. There's nobody here. Say hi if you're here, because what does this wand do? Let's do pop. Man, this is pretty cool. I get to mess around with the filters. Ooh, bubbles. Let's do dance party. Yeah. Work it. Hi, LPS. Nidimal. I can't. Oh, LPS Randomal. Alright, how did I'm just working on this custom. It's from Wings of Fire. I used to read the books, so now I kind of want to make a custom for one. Kind of like Amber the Keaton's doing. She's a really good customizer. She's Ori the Skywing on LPS Amino, if you're familiar with that. A lot of people actually aren't. Customizers are amazing. Thanks, I guess. This is my Phoenix. He doesn't really have a name. I keep wanting to call him Marco for people who understand, like, One Piece, but no one really gets that reference. So, I don't know. It's 7 minutes left. It was not bad. I'm probably gonna go for about an hour. I guess it just depends, you know. So let's see. I'll plug my phone in while I'm doing this. I'm just using the one picture from the Wings of Fire for this custom, so wish me luck on that. I mean, ooh, only one reference photo is not great for making a custom. Just gonna like put it on. I'm gonna try and roll out some of these like little lines that tend to get in here. Let's see, what's going on in the LPS community recently? Prototypes and fakes. I think you left, but you know, whatever. Guess I'm not really that interesting of a YouTuber in all honesty. Kind of generic and all. I mean, like, alright, let's see. This is a dragon, but they have sort of a beaked look to them. Oh, this is my first time making such big body modifications. Kind of stressful in all honesty. Like, I could totally mess this up, you know? Could make it super inaccurate. I guess then I can just call my own breed a dragon, but you know. Win some, you lose some, am I right? I feel like the snout's still a bit long. Because, you know, technically, is it a snout or is it a muzzle? Because I know on mammals it's a muzzle. Here it is. Gotta smooth it on. Gonna be a big dragon. I like water. These are made for sculpting with polymer clay, so they can deal with air dry clay actually fairly easily. They just smooth it out real nice. Let's see. So you gotta like scratch it back like this, so that you can smooth it out. I don't want to get any. It's really bad because sculpting eye sockets is really hard. I don't really like LPs with eyes like this. You know how it goes up to give that joyful expression, because one, their expression is very fixed. Two, it is so hard to get paint in there. Like, if you don't sculpt or paint or whatever, you don't really know, but like, it's hard. Yeah. It looks bad now, but as awful as it's gonna sound, it's gonna get way better. That's the thing with customizing. For moments it looks awkward, and people who aren't very experienced will freak out and they'll like change the design, but you gotta keep going. Usually you should have a plan. I have some concept art under here that I sort of drew. It's really bad concept art. Like, when you see art on my channel, that stuff takes me like hours. Concept art takes me like 5 minutes. It's like how like rough it is. I hope y'all like the studio tour. I thought that was kind of interesting. My little LPS land. There we go. See, just smoothing it out. You know, with customizing and body modifications, it's like doll customs. It's really hard to tell if you blend something in when there's a really obvious color difference. But when there's like, once you paint it, then you can tell. So it's very hit or miss sometimes. Alright, that's sort of the basic. Let's see, there sort of goes down and then up. I'm gonna smooth it into the head with the hair. Give it sort of a stronger forehead. Gotta dip this into the water. You guys can't really see the water, I'm sorry. There's no one here. I am forever alone. That is alright though. Oh, let's see. I started filming a reaction video, but I couldn't make it live. I couldn't figure out how to do that because I had to like screen record almost in a way. Me reacting and then I also tried doing it where I just recorded like the phone or the computer and did that, but that audio was absolutely awful and I cannot do that to you guys. Like, my camera's audio is bad enough, but like with filming something else, just, ooh. See right here, I'm just smoothing it in. You guys can't really see, I'm sorry. Let's talk about stuff. So prototypes being fake. That was kind of a shocker, and I think Hasbro, I don't know. What I found odd was that no one was the least bit skeptical. Like, no one was like, maybe this person just didn't know. Like, because, you know, there are people in companies who just don't know this stuff. You know, like, I was hired last year, you know. I don't know about Generation 1 and 2, so those could have been that. Or they could have been, you know, trying to say no to, like, hype people up for the new ones. I mean, obviously it's very unprofessional for a company to lie, but you never really know. Like, of LPS hand was just immediately like, crap. You know, like, oh. I feel bad for the people who spend like thousands of dollars on prototypes. Turned out that was fake. Ooh, hope you got to sell that one off before that news came, because ain't no one buying that from you, sweetie, you know? Let's see, any other drama? G5s, I don't know what to do with them. The thing I love, like, they just look like puppies and kittens, which is great, see? But not great, like, if you know what I mean. Like, they're very cutesy, so they can't be, like, obviously, this can't be my mean girl. But, yeah, I mean, I tend to not watch YouTubers who use new LPS. Occasionally I watch LPS Honey, but I won't watch her, like, actual videos. I'll just watch, like, unboxings and stuff. I feel like no one's on here. Am I dead on YouTube? Like, do I just post and that's it? Because I need to, like, do some more stuff on there. Like, I have an LPS Amino, and I'm pretty dead on that, too. I'm really into LPS. Like, I don't get how people are, like, they get, like, 100,000 subscribers, and they're like, oh, I'm not into LPS anymore. I'd be like, screw being in. What is LPS? Oh, who's here? Oh, only one person. I have no clue what I just did. LPS, they're these little figurines that we all love. Wait, dude, like a tiny channel. How'd you find me if you're not into LPS? Yeah, but I definitely say Amber the Kitten. She's like not super like into them, but she's into customizing, and they happen to be LPS, which I really like, you know. So she can. Hi, LPS Aquapup. In my spare time, I find tiny channels. The Stevie Peach. That's cool. I mean, I know LPS Lucy's used to respond to a lot of her comments from like people like me. Like she like participated in a music video contest for my channel, and that was really nice. And I thought that was really cool how someone with 10,000 subscribers made time for that. And I was like, see, you know, they don't think they're above everyone else. Alright, any drama going on in the LPS community? I know, LPS Jules Official, she got into something. I have no clue what that was all about. I was never actually quite sure what was going on. So I just, you know, being a bystander and a pacifist, didn't say anything. Here he is so far. I gotta blend this in, but he's definitely turning out pretty good, especially for like one of my, like, this was the biggest you. I want to try and make dragons. This is what I'm working on right now. LPS is definitely an interesting community. I have no clue how we're surviving, in all honesty. If everyone hates the new LPS, like, how are we gonna like keep this going? But you know, I love the LPS community. It's really fun. It's very, you know, social. Everyone's, in all honesty, like 90% of us are like under the age of 15. I'm a teenager, so I refuse to give any more age information than that. But this is my biggest body modification. If you're looking for one, LPS Skittles, Alice LPS, I've been calling them filler videos. That's what she's been doing recently. Just like skits and unboxings and stuff, like not actual like content, in all honesty. like short films, music videos, stuff, and series are content in my opinion. Now other stuff I call filler content, which I'm cool with. It just, you know, you need to, it's just I didn't plan a video when I'm doing that instead. That's kind of what I do a lot with my music videos, even though they take an insane amount of editing. Actually, a point to where it's really not worth it, but you know, woo, camera, am I right? I have to say, LPS and My Little Pony are really similar when you think about it. I mean, I occasionally wander onto My Little Pony stuff to get like inspiration for customs and videos and stuff, but I'm by no means into it. The first dank memes, oh god. Yeah, because it's such a young community, like that's definitely what I think. Like, a lot of LPS tube is really young. A lot of videos can be poorly made, but a lot of them are pretty good too. Skittles is the queen. She's definitely my favorite of everyone. There are some LPS tubers I just happen to not like. I don't like LPS Wires. Not this Discuss. I'm just not a fan of his. I don't know if it's a him or her. I'm just not a fan of their videos, you know. Down the rabbit hole, same, bro. I remember I was into this, like, my friend showed me a Try Not to Laugh, and we ended up watching a bunch of Skittles videos. Got into LPS Tube, never got a channel, was into it, and then quit, and then found my way back, and I'm a teenager, and I'm into this stuff, so, you know, better than doing drugs, am I right? Not gonna lie, I could probably find a fair amount at my school. Alright, so this is sort of just rubbing it in right here. It's really hard to do customs on camera. I have no clue how people do that. Maybe it's because I don't have like my stand with me because I forgot it because I'm responsible, am I right? But customizing on camera is hard. Like for Pia's Little Customs, I have some insane respect for that. Because even I'm having trouble with this, and I don't know, I'm pretty good at making customs while doing other stuff. I watch a lot of anime and stuff while making customs. Alright, so now it kind of looks like a duck. I think some of the kids, not gonna lie, they're probably a few. So a lot of this stuff, as awful as it sounds, like a lot of music videos on here I'm pretty sure are illegal. Because copyright. I know a couple of my earlier videos were probably that way, that's why I took a lot of them down. Video Star, though, that's one people get a ton of crap for using. I find nothing wrong with it because you can actually like do stuff with your camera and edit it on Video Star because I know how to do that. Snorted some glue. I actually have glue around here, but not gonna lie, I've stuck my fingers together before with super glue. That was not fun. I also almost cut off my fingerprint. You can't really tell, but there's like a scar right here. I had a big pair of scissors. Lots of blood, but I was okay. No stitches. But let's see. That I have to say, I'm not like the biggest into Wings of Fire. I definitely think it's cool. I am very generic. I like the ice wings. I like the sea wings. The rain wings are pretty cool. But I like their names too, like Queen Dazzling. That sounds painful. Yep. It was, I mean, it made me decide I didn't want to be a doctor when I grew up, right? Let's see. Any fandoms? Any other fandoms y'all are into? Sorry, I sound so southern whenever I talk. But in all honesty, I don't live in the South. But, looks like a duck, right? It looks like a platypus, my thing. Oh, its body modification is not turning out well. I can just turn it really into something really horrific, like I did with a couple of other customs I've made. I need to show you all Little Miss Perfect. I love that custom so much. It's so horrific, but it's so good, in my opinion, at the very least. I like completely cut off the face. I just thought the plastic in G5s was really thick back then. But no, it turns out they're solid. So, woo, am I right? Any customs you guys would like to see? I'm actually trading away that custom, in my, there we go, gonna flatten out the snout. In my video, 6 Feet Under, the dude, I'm actually trading him away. He never even got a name. I kept wanting to call him Damien, but I didn't think it sounded mythical enough. Why do people do these videos? I don't know. I think it's pretty creative. When you think about it, because you have to make your own scripts, create your own characters. You have to do wardrobes and stuff. I'm actually going to come out with a custom series eventually. That's going to be a pain, though. It's going to be lots of stuff. Here we go. I think I've gotten this where I want it to be. I'm going to have to, like, wash off the eyes, though. I got a couple bits of clay in there. In all honesty, my clay tends not to stick to my customs, which is both a blessing and a curse. There we go. I don't know, I definitely love LPS Tube, though. It definitely is my place. And a lot of my friends like to jokingly tease me about it, but you know, friends are friends. Like, it's like a joke, you know? It's not bullying. Okay, and man, she's got really deeply inset eyes. I guess the picture shows that too. She has very deep eyes right now. Alright, we're gonna smooth out some of this snout right here. I think we are basically done with the snout though. We're going to start with the horn on top of the snout. That's the thing, I don't know what, like, the colored, so I'm gonna have to, like, actually, there's the rain wing on top of colors. I'm going to change it. They can change the color. You know what? I'm going to make mine. Folks, ooh. I have Fortnite on my phone. I don't know, it's not living up to the hype in my opinion. It's just everything they say it is. That's it. Like, there's no, like, surprise. It's not like, oh, yeah, you get it. And there's a little thing. It looks like a rhino now. Yeah, Fortnite is not everything it's been cracked up to be. I mean, it's like, it's what they say it is. It's a, you know, all-out battle. That's about it. Gotta get this little thing on there. Like some of this drying, which is the great thing about air dry clay in a way, but it's also a curse. Air dry clay can be very easy to work with if you know how to work with it. So my first couple of customs, they're sculpting. I'd say if you're starting out with customs and you're doing air dry clay, one, good luck to you. To make some without clay, because I've learned to, like, accentuate features. Like right here, I did not sculpt the entire mohawk. I sculpted 4 flames on here. That's it. So use that. The bottom half right here is the beak normally. I mean, that's not the best sculpted custom, but you know, practice makes perfect in almost every field. Unless you're gambling, in that case, have fun with that. There we go. There's a little horn. Gotta give her nostrils though. I'm gonna have to grab my other sculpting tool. Careful, kids. Sharp. I found using water is actually really helpful. It definitely softens it up. I kind of like how this is already firmed up. It's easier to sculpt into. Ah, there we go. That looks like a dragon. It also looks kind of like a rhino. But ears, so it's definitely gonna be smoothed out. Let's see. Lift up this little flap right here, and here we go. Rhino. I definitely want to give her a more serene look. Not really gonna be hard. When you're sculpting, a tool like this is essential. On my Otter custom, which I also haven't made a post, I've been really bad about posting about my customs on a lot of things. Let's see. Oh, I hate blogs so much though. They're just like, dude, your life isn't any more interesting than mine. My life's pretty boring. I have like 4 siblings and it's still boring. Alright, 3:30. It's the time it is here. So, I guess like an hour or two. Probably gonna end the stream in 15 minutes or so, so I guess last chance. Every now and then I find a gem, good or bad. I feel like some of my videos are really professionally edited, and other times it's garbage. Because a lot of times I have to film in a basement, and that's just hard. Like, filming in a basement is pain. Because I have so many appliances, I have to wait to do stuff. I mean, yeah. I've been on YouTube for about a year, so it's, you know, fun and all, but it's definitely a lot harder than people crack it up to be. YouTube is hard. You need to post every week or two. You need a schedule, you know, this isn't, you know. Here we go, there's sort of jawline going on. I'm not quite sure I like it, but I want to make it look more like a jaw coming to the muzzle. I've never brought myself to do it. Do what? It says there's no one on the stream, but I just saw your comment, so it might be upload. Yeah, uploading is hard. A lot of people don't give credits for that. But I call them stock videos. I always have like 2 to 3 videos, just in case I can't make one. But they're usually pretty poor quality videos. I have to say, this custom looks like a mess right now, but it's actually pretty good. It's gonna be a big custom. I probably should have given it a smaller little snout thing. But yeah, posting is hard. Nobody really understands editing, how hard it is until you actually try it. I was like, oh yeah, editing, whatever. No, it is hard. Like, my editor is nothing but a pain. It is more a hinder than a help. And we got this. I had a video edited and I was ready to upload and I just let it sit on my desktop. Yep. Got a little something on my screen. But yeah, it's kind of what I do with those stock videos. A lot of times I rather just use them because they're pretty bad on mine. Like, my videos are pretty crappy. What I really don't like is sub or a sub, because they're not gonna watch your videos, you know. Somebody goes, I subscribed to you, can you check out my channel? And I'm like, I'll check it out, but I'm only gonna subscribe if I like it, you know. Like, and most of the time I don't really have the time to check it out. I mean, I'm a generally busy person. We have summer gym to get ahead of all them peoples, and that is hard. Like, it's 2.5 miles. That's what we ran on Tuesday. And today we ran 1.5 miles about. And even that was like up and down the bleachers. And I feel like cross country is basically track wasn't hard enough, so we added hills. I'm like, that sounds miserable. What editor do I use? I don't really know. It's a long one. An iPhone editor I liked was Splice. It's where I get all of my music from, because I can take stuff from my camera. I know how to edit it up to my phone. So that way I can just use phone editors, because phone editors are really made for noobs, so they're pretty easy to figure out. Like, my editor, I used Splice a lot. And that was definitely pretty good. because it's not really made for YouTube, so they don't give you a watermark or anything like that. I just love it. Super easy, super fun. I mean, editing is never fun. I watch videos, those are pretty fun to edit because you get to add like tons of effects and just crazy stuff you can't normally add in your videos. I use Sony Vegas for most of my editing. Oh, I've heard a lot of YouTubers use that. Out of all the videos I've seen with it, they've always been pretty quality, you know? But, never really tried it out for myself because I just take stuff from my camera, put it on my phone, and edit from there, which sucks because phone editors suck in general, but occasionally there's a good one. Alright, so I have like mine down, and this side's a little more flat than this side, so I might gently smooth that out. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna add some weird looking ears and these finny things they have. They have spikes down their back, but you can just add that with 3D paint. 3D paint is amazing when making customs. Clay I've kept warm. As weird as it sounds, helps it work better. Like in my experience, it does. Make fins out of hot glue. It's so much easier. This is so much easier. Alright, so she's got these little, I forgot what they're called, things over her eyes. That's just part of her skull, so I'm definitely gonna have to add those. My desk is a mess. Like, this isn't even a desk, and it's a mess. Oh, yeah, and YouTubers like, oh, yeah, my filming desk is a mess. I'm like, you haven't seen mine, bro. Mine is worse. Whatever yours is, mine is worse. I never clean it up. I just throw everything out of the way. Except customs, because those babies are hard to make. They are my child right there. Oh, there we go. I definitely like that. Do you have Mac or PC? I don't really remember. Probably the second. I should remember a lot of important stuff. I just don't. When people ask me what my phone is, I've had my phone number for like 3 years, and I still don't know it. I'm like, I'll figure it out, guys. Yep. I always tell people when I say my number, I'm like, all right, this is either me or this person I prank called last week. Either way, it's probably going to be a really awkward conversation because I'm kind of cringy. Low power mode, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that came off. Like, it's not stick, like, at all. Does my computer have an Apple logo? I think. In all honesty, my computer's downstairs. I do not believe it does. Because we are cheapos. Woo! Yay for not spending money. Gonna go up like this. It's not a defined line. That's the thing with this. It just sort of goes in here and it just blends. So I guess I should make it thinner and then smooth it in with water. Let's see. I have to say though, phone cameras are pretty quality. Like, I'll film with mine and people won't even know sometimes, you know. Pretty universal with camera quality. Like, these days they just make iPhones so much better than they used to. Prices have skyrocketed, but you know, that sucks. But you know, whatever. Ta-da! Not quite sure I like this. Kind of needs to go lower yet higher, if you know what I mean. She's gonna end up having a really serious look on her face. So I'm gonna give her a very cute, doughy looking eyes, if you know what I mean. Doe, a deer, a female deer. We have so many deer around here. It's like crazy. To the point where they're like overpopulated. we're just gonna take a little bit of clay. A lot of people like sculpted before they made customs. That's how they sculpted. I absolutely despise custom sculpting because it's so much work. It's very hard. It's very tedious. You have to get every detail in there, and you can't have fingerprints or anything. I find painting so much better because I can paint up to 6 customs at one time. I do one, put it down, do another, put it down. By the time you get back to the first one's already done. The least amount of customs I've done at a time, it might be like 2, but I'm pretty sure no, I've done 1 at a time when I first started, like first 2 customs. That was, those are awful customs. They're really good for first. Like I remember starting them and being like, ooh, let's do this. But yeah, this is a little hobby of mine that I spend way too much time and money on. Oh. Alright. Getting the other eyelid on. Looks more like a dragon with I'm a very semi-creative person. I can come up with custom designs. It's just I'm quoting this from like Delightful. I'm probably quoting it wrong, but a good customizer keeps both like form and functionality. So I'll just like paraphrase it. They keep form and functionality in mind when making a custom. I tend to keep a lot of functionality, but sometimes my customs in return aren't that creative. The Phoenix custom was a bit of a stretch for me. I'm trying to stretch outside my comfort zone and start doing more wild customs because, I mean, cutting out an eye and adding some, I don't know, the octopus limb things, it's not really a stretch. It's something I normally sculpt. I don't have any flower molds, so I can't do like that kind of stuff. But yeah, I remember the first time I sculpted on a custom. I should actually make a video on that. I use this tool too much when customizing. It's just really helpful for getting in lines, taking off sections. It can actually work to like, I'm using it right now to like just smooth this out very, very fine. Your finger works too, you know, whatever you got around. Paintbrush, the ends of paintbrushes. I use this thing. Pretty sure the set and all was like $3 or something really cheap. It's got a ball right here. I can push it. I actually use this a lot. I use this end. This one I don't use at all. This end and this one, and then it was a plastic knife or something, and I've lost that one. I actually use that one a lot, so it's kind of depressing that I lost it. But you know, this is good for a lot of things. I definitely love using these. I'm kind of glad I found these. It's actually for polymer clay again, so I'm not quite sure how they're supposed to be used for other clays, but I don't know. In general, I tend to just wing it and it works out. Like school, just kidding, kids, you gotta study. I hate studying. But yeah. Because I'm a very unproductive studier. I'll study for 6 hours and most people only need like 3. Even then, that's like insane to study for 6 hours at my age. That's how much I study for finals though. Finals suck. Be lucky you don't have them, kiddos. Or if you're older than me and you do a finals, you're my age and you do finals, and you know the pain. It's like literally finals week. It's like goodbye weekend, like goodbye plans. Alright. This is gonna be a very mean looking dragon if this does not look the way I hoped it would. Cause the jawline I sculpted, I love it, but it's a little bit forced on my part. I might add some more clay right here just to give it more gradients, because it looks like it sort of goes and then stops and then goes. There's like no one on here. As the 100 subscribers, I got like this notification. Only like 3 have come on. I love everyone that leaves like nice comments on my video. I love y'all because y'all are so nice. I'd say actually if you're gonna make a custom, this new seahorse is gonna make a great custom. It's already got like, it's literally got a dragon shaped snout. Once again, I don't know any of the words for this stuff, so snout it is. But, oh, this looks so much better. Here, let me show you. I haven't like rubbed it in, but that looks a lot better. Makes it look a lot more fierce too. I don't think I'm actually gonna turn this into a rain wing. I have changed my mind because that's what we do. But see, it's like making it not stick to the plastic, the water. I think this will make just a cool looking dragon. And as awful as this sounds, I don't want to waste this fierce looking sculpting on a rain wing, who looks semi-fierce but are very gentle. I want to give it more of a, this might work for an ice wing. They don't have the little thingy on it though. Head off. That's the thing of air dry clay though. You can stuff off if you really don't want ways to get air dry clay off of stuff. Anyone here? Alright, we're gonna leave the stream soon. I had a 2.5 hour long stream and we literally had a squad going. We were like, yeah boy, all here, all have nothing to do with our weekends, let's do this. Actually, I love Amber's streams because her streams are just, they're just awesome. Like, she always talks about super interesting stuff. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Check that out. That looks, oh, sorry, that looks so much better. Before, after. Obviously, I have to get some of the clay out of the eye with this little pickaxe sort of thing. It's stuck through the cardboard. I'm not really allowed to paint or sculpt on this desk, so I figured the least I could do, especially because I was like chopping off limbs, would be to put some cardboard down. I'm actually making an Attack on Titan sword, if you guys know what that is. So I do not think there are many anime weeaboos in the LPS fandom, which like this fandom does not overlap with a lot of other fandoms, which really sucks. Like, I really wish that, you know, it was more universal. But LPS is very LPS oriented. There are very few, both LPS and My Little Pony. I feel like MLP Fever does it solely for the views, you know. If she includes both in her videos, then, you know. My Little Pony fandom's huge, though, ain't it? I don't know. I don't know what's bigger, the LPS or the My Little Pony fandom. It's actually a really good question. Someone needs to ask that. As I just did, but, you know, no one on here to really answer it. Let's get his other side. I'm starting to think this might be a dude. Ooh, One Piece chapter 907 reaction from Tekking 101. I love Tekking 101. He is amazing. He doesn't solely rely on his YouTube channel to carry him. I know he has another job. Not because I'm a stalker, because he mentioned it. Yeah. See, like, but that's like the difference here between this fierce, cool looking dragon and easy. It could also look good, but it looks more like a duck that way, or like a Disney thing. This one looks fierce. Like the Smog. Actually, I've never seen those movies. I've seen like bits and pieces of Lord of the Rings, and that's about it. I mean, I know it's pretty good, and didn't they film like all 3 of them, maybe there's not. Maybe I'm like completely wrong on this. Feel free to correct me. They filmed like all three at the same time, so that way nobody could be like, ooh, this is popular, give me a pay increase, you know? Which I really like. That's smart, but yet again, if those movies would have done horribly and the effects wouldn't have been as good. Because here's the thing, you cannot cut corners with green screens and stuff like that. I cut corners with my editors because my editors are cheap and they don't like green screens, but and it shows in mine. But like when movies cut corners, like if you don't know what corners to cut, because there are certain ones you can cut, they just turn out horribly. I don't know. I caught one of my siblings watching Disney Descendants, and some of those green screen effects were horrible. They were just, oh, I'm sorry if you love that movie, but even I'll admit in some of my favorite movies, there are some flaws that I wish weren't there. I'm not a big Disney original movie, like Disney Channel original movie fan, but you know, if that floats your boat, you go on ahead. Let's see. There we go. So from the side, from the front, it looks pretty similar, but from like the side, it's really hard to tell. That's the thing. Seeing a custom in real life and seeing pictures are completely different, and I love seeing my customs in real life and not just seeing pictures of customs. I'd love to see somebody else's customs in real life. Like my friends jokingly made some customs that were pretty terrible. But I'd love to see like another artist's customs in real life, like do a trade. I'd love to do that. I was gonna do a Secret Santa sort of trade deal. A lot of people. I had like 3 at least agree, 5 who were very, very interested. But it just didn't work out because of, I was like, hey, this one girl was totally quit contacting me. I was like, hey, what's up? I have your person, and she's just like, didn't respond. Like, all right, and then eventually it only ended up with me and one other person, because people don't like to check their contacts, or she decided to back out at the last minute and just didn't tell me. Or she thought someone was a scammer. I do not scam at all. I'm a very honest person. I have my spam account, and when people are trading with me, I'll and we've already agreed on it, I'll sometimes go on there and I'll be like, hey, want to trade, to see if they're like gonna totally stab me in the back. But usually afterwards I'll just like, then I'll know they're scamming me, you know, and be like, oh, just not send it, because obviously they didn't send it, they were scamming me. You know, if you already agreed to trade with someone and you both are like, all right, and they go to trade it with someone else, they're either scamming you or they're going to call it off at the last second. All right, I absolutely loved this. The sculpting is, in my opinion, still rough, so I'm going to smooth it out. I normally don't really get to talk when doing live streams, or not live streams, customs. This is a pretty new experience. My voice gets really deep really fast. Sorry. And thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna head out. This is Treasure. Thank you for watching. It's been almost an hour, and I'll use my Phoenix to